since I made a statement earlier, let's kind of look at it. All I hate dabarim. Matter of fact, get that for me. Oh, give me your Ukanon. 6 and 44. All ha da barim. See if that's 32. And about, see if it's 20. Don't give me Ukanon. Six 44. All ha dabarim. These are the words. 32, 20. You're gonna give me 6 and 44 of your Ukanon. Your Ukanon, chapter 6, verse 44. Listen.
No ish can come to me.
No ish, no man can come to me.
Except the Abba which hath sent me draw him.
And I will do what?
Raise him up at the last yom.
Tell him what's written. Don't give me Romans 15 and 4 before we get there all our hay. Listen.
It is written in the Nabah.
What's going to happen?
And they shall be all taught of Elohim.
Tell them what happened, Brandon.
Every ish therefore that hath heard and hath learned of the Abba cometh unto me.
See that? That's the difference. 32 and make it about 18 now since I came to mind. Romans 15 and 4, you give me all ha dabarim, 32 and 18. Listen.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime.
That's what we're looking at. We go to all ha dabarim. This was written aforetime. Isn't that right? Earlier. Whatsoever things were written earlier were written.
For our learning.
Isn't that right? Listen.
That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
Beautiful. Let's see what he told us. All ha dabarim, 32 and 18. Listen.
Of the rock that begot thee.
What happened?
Thou art unmindful.
See that? We weren't mindful. Y'all hear? We had forgotten. That's beautiful. Since you made that statement, Yeshayahu. See if it's 50 and 1. Then you're going to get me order y'all 24 and about 5. So now I got to work this out. Listen.
Thus saith Yahuwah, where is the bill of your divorcement, whom I have put away, or which of my creditors is it to whom I have sold you?
What happened?
Behold, for your iniquities have ye sold yourselves.
51 and 1. Maybe we'll come back and pick that up later, though. I like that. Maybe we'll come and pick that up. This is Yeshayahu, chapter 51, Isaiah 51, at verse 1. Listen.
Hearken to me, ye that follow after Sadiq.
See that? He said, hearken to me. Listen to me. Those of you that are looking for righteousness. Well, listen.
Ye that seek Yahuwah.
Those that look for Yahuwah.
Look unto the rock whence ye are hewn.
See that? Look from where you were cut. And?
To the hole of the pit whence ye are digged.
Where you want me to go to?
Look unto Abraham, your Abba,
and
unto Sarah that bear you.
That's beautiful. At the book of Order 24 and 5. The book, Luke, chapter 24, they'll call it. Luke chapter 24, verse 5. And we'll go back and we'll finish up all our ha dabarim, Yahuwah see fit. Listen.
And as they were afraid, they bowed down their panim to the Arats.
What happened?
And they said unto them,
what did it say?
Why seek ye the living among the dead?
What happened?
He is not here.
Listen what happened?
But is risen.
Who are we looking for now?
Why seek ye the living among the dead?
What happened?
He is not here, but
Tell
is
me what,
risen.
listen what happened.
Remember how he spake unto you when he was yet in Galilee,
Yeah,
saying, the Ben of Ish must be delivered into the hands of sinful Anus,
yeah.
and be crucified, and the third yom rise again.
Listen.
And they remembered his dabarim,
Yeah.
and returned from the sepulchre, and told all these things unto the 11 and to all the rest.
At the 20th chapter of the book of Yehukanan. Yehukanan chapter 20. and 5. Let's start there. Listen.
And he, stooping down and looking in,
At verse 4.
so they ran both together, and the other Matthias did outrun Cuff, and came first to the sepulchre.
And what happened?
He, stooping down and looking in, saw the linen clothes lying, yet went he not in.
What happened?
Then cometh Shimon Cuff, following him, and went into the sepulchre, and seeth the linen clothes lie, and the napkin that was about his head, not lying with the linen clothes, but wrapped together in a place by itself. Then went in also that other Matthias, which came first to the sepulchre, and he saw and believed.
Now, why do we go and look at this? Huh? Speak up. That's right. You were just told what to do. You were just told here. If you were seeking after Sadiq, after righteousness, well, he told you what you need to do. You got to go back and look into the hole where you were dug. Go back and look to where you were dug. This is where you came from. This is why they went. They would have looked in. See, all this is your law. They were seeking after righteousness, right? And he allowed it when they came to Malachi, let them know, why are you seeking the living? Well, he is not here. He risen. But that's what they were going to start at. Go and look back to where you were dug. And then you're going to get right back to Abraham. Isn't that right? We had to go right back to Abraham at the 3rd chapter book of Galatians. Galatians 3 and 28. The book of Galatians, chapter 3, at verse 28. Listen.
There is neither Yehudi nor Greek.
See that? There's neither Yehudi nor Greek.
There is neither bond nor free.
There's neither bond nor free.
There is neither male nor female.
Tell them what happened, son.
For ye are all one in Mashiach Yahusha.
Y'all hear that? You're all one in Mashiach Yahusha. Listen.
And if ye be Mashiach,
And if you be who now?
Mashiach,
So if you go back and look to the hole where you were dig, listen what happened.
then are ye Abraham's seed
And what?
and heirs according to the promise.
Look back. He told you if you go back and look to the hole you were dug, you got to go back to Abraham. But they'll never catch that. Now, something I want you guys to learn from just in the near statement that you read when he told you about how there was neither. Pick me back up at that verse 26. Verse 27 will be fine. Listen.
For as many of you as have been immersed into Mashiach have
Listen.
put on Mashiach.
See that? As many of you that have been immersed into the Mashiach have done what?
Have put on Mashiach.
So tell them what happens at this point.
There is neither Yehudi nor Greek.
See that? There's neither Yehudi nor Greek,
There is neither bond nor free.
neither bond nor free.
There is neither male nor female.
Yes.
For ye are all one in Mashiach Yahusha.
Listen.
And if ye be Mashiach's,
What happened?
then are ye Abraham's seed and heirs according to the promise.
The terminology I want you guys to learn today is called homogeneous. Write it down. They're not going to teach you this. Homogeneous is the word I want you to look at. The reason why. Or exact. Y'all got it? Identical or exact. Y'all got me? How many of y'all ever heard this word before? Some of them lying. Identical or exact is the terminology that we're going to look at. And you're going to look at it because it's important, because this is something you're going to learn and you get from white people. See, this is where they get you at. All you have to do is look these words up and learn how to spell them and explain them, and you look like you're ingenious or look like a genius to these people when you're actually not. So a lot of times you take on different things from your oppressor, you got to look at what's their purpose. So they had a purpose of why they gave these words and why they taught them to you, because they tried to come along and show you some other things. I like y'all because y'all a smart group. I love y'all. How many of y'all have heard that word? Aboriginals. Who are aboriginals? Who?
Native people.
Chabashibisha. Black tribes. Australians. Exactly. These are your black tribes, or we're going to put I just prefix it, whatever you want to call it. Original people. Y'all got it? Y'all got it? How many of y'all already knew that? Raise your hands up so I can see. Good. You don't know shit. That's what I thought you knew. The word is actually a Latin prefix. Y'all be so quick. I know I get your ass one time or another. Smart asses. However they do it. P-R-P-E-R, P-R-E, yeah, pre. I'm thinking, it don't make no difference. Hell, they didn't know what an aboriginal was. The ab actually means away or not. The ab is a Latin prefix. So now, this is where your smart ass got trapped at when you've been running your mouth telling crackers you're an aboriginal. You just told them that you're not original. This is how white people play with you. White people give you titles, they give you names and definitions. You don't think. The original meaning of the word meant not a people. Now, by the time they came along about the 1900s or so or earlier, they decided to tell you that it meant something different. This is why I tell y'all, when you look at words, you look them up. You just can't stop there. You got to find out when the word derived and when did they change. This is how white people get you. They change the meaning of things. You got me? But we wouldn't know it because you look right quick and go look in your dictionary, and you wouldn't think and go and look at what predated this statement, and you'll never know. It'll just tell you quick, you're an original people. So now you see white people laugh at you. You go, I'm an aboriginal. That's interesting. See, how you get made a fool of, because you start saying stuff, and the whole time when you're saying it, they're watching you. They'll watch you to see. This is why white people engage you in conversation. They engage you in conversation just to see where your intellect at. Just see how far your information goes back. And most of the time you do, your information starts and stops at Webster. That is, you ain't got no sense to start thinking that. What was the original intent when they made these words? White people have that accountability where they can change things. They can change things at any time and come back and give it to you and tell you it means something else. Of course, you're not going to question, you're not going to consider it. How can somebody white name me? If I were here before you, how could you give me a name? The only person that could give me a name would have to come from the Creator. Pick me up right quick at the book of By the Sheet. By the Sheet. Only reason why we went there and got that, don't even pay that no attention. This is just my ignorance being exploited, okay? Remember, I was just trying to show you when he makes statements, you need to understand what's being said. What hurts us a lot of times, we don't know. Y'all got me? By the Sheet, chapter... By the Sheet, chapter 1. Man, we'll read it, I guess, in that form, because we'll still work it out. Some kind of way y'all think we can work it out? All right, let's see. We'll roll through this. Who's going to do this, Brandon? You or DeVal?
Yes, sir.
I got to work this out while they're talking. I'll put this together. Some kind of way I'll put this together for you to make a little sense. Because I made some statements now. Somebody is going to try to be smarter than my boss. It's not possible to be smarter than my boss, Mr. Yahuwah. So he's going to make sure that I stop your mouth. Listen to the book.
Barashit, Elohim created the Shamayim and the Arats, and the Arats was without form and void, and Kashak was upon the panim of the deep, and the Ruach of Elohim moved upon the panim of the Mayim, and Elohim said, let there be Aura, and there was Aura. And Elohim saw the Aura, that it was Taub, and Elohim divided the Aura from the Kashak, and Elohim called the Aura Yum, and the Kashak called he Layla. And the evening,
He just told y'all that he called the night Layla. That's the name, that's the Abari word for night, Layla. Keep going.
And the evening and the morning were the first Yum. And Elohim said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the Mayim, and let it divide the Mayim from the Mayim. And Elohim made the firmament and divided the Mayim which were under the firmament from the Mayim which were above the firmament. And it was so. And Elohim called the firmament Shamayim, and the evening and the morning were the second Yum.
Which is going to be what word? Shani. Shani. You're using numbers. He numbered them. He didn't give them days. Monday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is not the name. A card, first day, a card. Card, hold on. A-C-H-A-D. A card. However y'all do it, fourth. TH, fourth. We find for you. 4th July. Shani. Shashi. I don't know what that is. Yeah. Shashi. Thank you. Shashi. So I did it right. Shabai. Shaba. Is it S-H-A-B-A-A-Y? Say what? Another Y, Shabi. Yeah, Shabi. I'm sorry. I was thinking Shaba. The Shaba. Think about the rapper. So Shabai is your 7th day. Y'all got that? Y'all got it? So you got your days. Akkad 1, Shani 2, Shalishi is your 3rd day. Rabai is your 4th day. Kamashi is your 5th day. Shashi is your 6th day. And Shabai is your 7th day. And this is which is called the Shabbat. But the Shabbat is a rest. Shabbat don't have to land on the 7th day. Anytime we have a Kudash time, it's considered to be a Shabbat, no, Shabbat. A Shabbat. Y'all got it? Let's prove that out too. Bottom now, we'll come back. I still clean all this up some kind of way. Uyakra, Leviticus 23 and 1. It's going to be 2. 2 and 6. We'll come back and clean up everything else since we're there anyway. This is the book of Uyakra that they're going to call Leviticus, chapter 23 at verse 1. Listen.
And Yahuwah spake unto Moshe, saying,
What did he say to Musha?
Speak unto the Beni of Yasharal,
And do what?
and say unto them
Yes.
concerning the Muhadi of Yahuwah,
The Muhadi, which is the feast of Yahuwah. Come on.
which ye shall proclaim to be Kudash Muhadi, even these are my Muhadi.
See that? What happened?
6 Yamim shall work be done. But the Shabi Iyum is the Shabbat of rest, a Kudash convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Shabbat of Yahuwah in all your dwellings.
What happened?
These are the Muhadi of Yahuwah,
What happened?
even Kudash convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons.
See that? Listen.
In the 14th day of the first moon at even is Yahuwah's Pasach.
See that? What happened?
And on the 15th Yom of the same moon is the Muhadi of Matzut bread
What
unto
happened?
Yahuwah.
What you want me to do?
7 Yamim must ye eat Matzut bread.
Yeah.
In the first Yom ye shall have a Kudash convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
See that? So they let you know the same thing you learned from the what they would call the weekly Shabbai, or the weekly Shabbat. The only reason he taught you this, you need to learn this first, what you did in the first. What you did in the first, so when you hear them come up and call convocation Muhadi, and he told you no servile work, then you know you kept that just like you keep the Shabbat. You should do nothing. No work should be done in it. Nothing that's not necessary. Y'all got it? So we come back to tell you about it. So don't just go because you call Shabbai the Shabbat as though another day couldn't be it as well. So anytime it come down to a day that we don't do anything, it's going to be a Shabbat. Because we're going to keep the same rituals and culture. Y'all got me? Okay. Let's see. Let's get back over to what we had. Let's finish up the book of Barashit. It's still at chapter 1. What verse we left off at?
Verse 9.
At verse 9. What is that? Kamashi. What is it? C-A. I forgot what. Kami. Oh, C-M-Y, not M-A. Kamishi. I do apologize. Don't forget the Yah has a final and a first form. You have the Yah when you're using the Yah name, Yahuwah. But when you have it in this form here, it's going to form itself as an E. This is called the second form of the Yah. Listen.
And Elohim said,
Yes.
Let the Mayim under the Shamayim be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so.
Listen.
And Elohim called the dry land Arats, and the gathering together of the Mayim called he seas. And Elohim saw that it was Taub. And Elohim said, Let the Arats bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind.
Whose what?
Seed is in itself
What happened?
upon the Arats, and it was so.
Yes.
And the Arats brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind.
Yeah.
And Elohim saw that it was Taub, and the evening and the morning were Shalishiyum.
Listen.
And Elohim said, Let there be Aura in the firmament of the Shamayim to divide the Yum from the Lela, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for Yamim and for years, and let them be for Aura in the firmament of Shamayim to give Aura upon the Arats. And it was so.
What happened?
And Elohim made two great lights,
What? Listen.
the greater Aura to rule the Yum, and the lesser Aura to rule the night. He made the stars also.
Listen.
And Elohim set them in the firmament of the Shamayim to give light upon the Arats,
Listen.
and to rule over the Yum and over the Lela, and to divide the Aura from the Kashak. And Elohim saw that it was good.
Listen.
And the evening and the morning were the Rabbi Yum.
Listen.
And Elohim said, Let the Mayim bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the Arats in the open firmament of Shamayim. And Elohim created great whales in every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind.
Yes.
And Elohim saw that it was good. And Elohim baraka them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the Ma'im in the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the Arats.
Listen.
And the evening and the morning were Kamishiyum.
Where we at now? 5th day. Listen.
And Elohim said, let the Arats bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of the Arats after his kind.
Yeah.
And it was so.
What happened?
And Elohim made the beast of the Arats after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the Arats after his kind.
Yes.
And Elohim saw that it was Taub.
And what happened?
Elohim said, let us make Ish in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the Arats, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the Arats.
And what did he do?
So Elohim created Ish in his own image. In the image of Elohim created he him.
Male.
And female created he them.
And what happened?
Elohim baraka them, and Elohim said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the Arats, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the Arats.
Listen.
Elohim said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the panim of all the Arats.
Yes.
And every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat.
Yes.
And to every beast of the Arats, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the Arats, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so.
What happened?
And Elohim saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very taub, and the evening and the morning were Shashiyum.
Y'all hear that? We're at the 6th day. At 2 and 1. About a sheet 2 and 1. Listen.
Thus the Shamayim and the Arats were finished, and all the host of them, and on the Shabi'i Yum, Elohim ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the Shabi'i Yum from all his work which he had made.
That's how you got the that's how you got the Shabbat. After he created and made everything, he gave you a time span of dates and exactly when he had created and when he made them. He said on the Shabbat, he said that's when he rested. From everything he was doing, he stopped doing it. So that's how you come in and now keeping and observing the Shabbat. Because that's what he did. He stopped all his labor. That's why I want you to quit working. Don't go to the grocery store doing other foolishness you're doing. He wants you to stop it. He said, I stopped everything I was doing. And I rested from it. This is the Shabbat. Listen what happened. Tell me what we're reading, son. Keep reading.
And Elohim baraka the Shabi'i Yum, and made it Kudash, because that in it he had rested from all his work which Elohim created and made.
Y'all see that? That's how the people coming on. Now, what we're coming on to do now is become homogeneous, identical, or exact. Y'all got me? This is what you're doing. You're trying to demonstrate that you are becoming or that you are homogeneous, meaning you're now becoming identical or exact. Because now you're at your Shabbat, which is now your Shabbat. If you're not observing the Shabbat, you just got Shabbat. You just got another day you still doing the same old thing. But to be exact, he rested from all his labor. Now what some of you have become, opposites. This is what you are. You're opposite. You're heterogeneous. You're completely opposite. The average of y'all in here are opposites. Because exact means you got to demonstrate the same thing. It's got to line up. Let's see what he tell you. 1 Corinthians 1 and 10. 1 Corinthians chapter 1 at verse 10. Listen to the book.
Now I beseech you, Aki,
Now I ask you, our key, brethren, what you ask us?
by the name of our Adonai Yahushua HaMashiach,
That we do what?
that ye all speak the same thing,
And do what?
and that there be no divisions among you,
But that you be what?
perfectly joined together.
Or let's just say homogeneous. Let's take their words. That you be homogeneous. That you be identical. That you be exact. Would that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So what I'm telling you, it makes sense if you look at it from our writings. Huh?
Yes, sir.
You was told you had to have exact weights, exact measures. Homogeneous. See, white people have watched you, they learned from you and copied and changed and then gave it back to you. That's what they've been doing the whole time they make a fool out of you. Every time you come and recite something and tell these people what you are, they see you're only saying what I taught you. You hadn't learned no better yet. When the book teaches us in the book of Ephesians chapter 4 right quick at verse 20. How the hell you come here and go to sleep? I don't know what folk be thinking about. Early. You know why people destroyed again? Lack of knowledge. Sleep like hell. I don't know how folk do it. Let me try to be honest with y'all. Y'all souls on the line. Y'all a dying nation. Dying breed of people. And the fact that people don't sit back and look at you dying, these white people killing you. They killing you with lipstick, eyeliner, everything they give you. They put it in medication. They put it in your food. They put it in the teaching. This is why people are dying. They put it in the weed. These folks will kill you 8 ways to Sunday. They kill you with your speech. You trying to fight somebody, you don't even know how to fight. You don't even know how to war. That means white people watch you, you start trying to talk, and you're going to try to get them back. Their verbiage? I'm watching you. You're going to try to defeat me with my own words? It ain't going to work. You're just killing time. Because everything you use to combat me is what you get from me. You don't go get a gun and try to kill me. I make guns. I make bullets. You think I let you get more guns than I got? You think I'm going to let you buy more bullets than I have? You're not going to beat these white people with their own weapons. That's why the book tried to teach you in 2 Corinthians, before you get me that. 2 Corinthians 10:4. Our people in the worst detriment we can ever be in. We're in the worst shape we can ever be in, and we hadn't even tried to realize it. Well, how is it you conscious when you watch the TV, conscious when you watch a movie, conscious when you read the Slave Master book? You conscious every time you're doing something else. You don't realize you're really more unconscious there. Because you're doing things you shouldn't be doing. Your law teaches you against a lot of stuff that you do. You just hadn't actually been instructed. The people that they're giving you for teachers and leaders, these are people that have been trained and programmed by your oppressor. What do you expect this man to teach and tell you? He's been educated, and this man been deemed and been called a professional. This man been given a degree preferred upon him by his oppressor. What do you think he's going to tell you? He's going to keep you in your same state of unconsciousness. Let's see what he told us. 2 Corinthians 10:4. Let's see if it's a gun, a knife, or a pair of boots. If it's some special op training. Listen.
For the weapons of our warfare
are what?
Are not carnal.
Listen.
But mighty through Elohim.
I don't put my confidence in a gun. That's not my true weapon. See, the weapon of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty.
Through Elohim.
What if the gun stops shooting? What good is a gun if it ain't got bullets, if I run out? So what just happened to my weapon? What happened with my knife? It becomes dull, I lose a point. So now I lost my weaponry. This is what I'm going to use to combat my enemy. Now you're trying to tell me the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through
Elohim.
To the pulling what?
Down of strongholds.
Come on, man. You can't stop lying, cheating, hypocriting, cutting your hair like a man, wearing weed, wearing pants. What good is a gun and a knife? What good is a baton? The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, they mighty through Elohim, to pulling down strongholds. When you start looking at how people done got you sitting around reciting, calling yourself stuff that you don't have no idea what you've been saying. Do you people know what you've been saying? Who are the true natives to this land? Where you at, natives? Here we go again. I know y'all just keep reciting shit. Stop saying shit till you know. There your ass go. That's what a native is. A born slave. Cracker love you. You little dumb ass walk around and tell them how you an Indian. How she sleep like that? You know she sleep, she knocked out. Damn, get her a pillow. I don't know what's wrong with that. Our people gotta get conscious. This is what, damn, how many of y'all told people you were Indians before? Or you had Indian in you? What you just told them? White people love it. White people say stuff so you can go and you'll recite it. I told you, white people like to hear you talk. See, you see? He said, you doing this, he looking at him. Ain't shit up him. Because you keep reciting stuff, you have no idea what you're saying. See, this word was changed. If you go look up in the definition, a native will tell you somebody that's born in a certain land. That's not actually what it meant. Originally, they told you about a native was a born slave. Just like an Indian. See, when white people hear you say shit like this, they already know you don't know nothing. They already know you don't know nothing. They just watch you. You're so smart. Yeah, you know, my grandma was an Indian. Oh, interesting. Yeah, her daddy was an Indian. Interesting. See, people have been playing with you the whole time they got you. You ain't never been smarter than your oppressor. That's why you in the detriment you in. That's why I said I can't see when everybody come here, okay, whatever it is. In all understanding, this is to everybody here, a lot of y'all nod. When you come here, the book teach you clearly in our law and Kahala. You're supposed to be more ready to hear than to get a sacrifice of food. Because now when you go pray, you do stuff, you get a sacrifice of a food. Start saying you're indigenous. Same shit. A born slave. They love them when you start reciting that stuff with your good brogue and education. Good to hear, slave. Because white people give you stuff, they make up words and meaning. You don't make up nothing. White people make up what's intelligence. White people make up IQs. How do you tell somebody, my IQ is 23. Who told you that? White man. He gave me a test. He gave me a test based on white theatrics. And I'm supposed to denigrate myself and try to meet that standard? Based on somebody who wipes his ass and don't wash his hands? Based on somebody who picks his nose and keep going, pumping in his mouth? Now, who has the IQ of a damn gorilla? Y'all learn more in here in one set y'all can learn any other place y'all go to. They've been playing the whole time they got you here. The whole time they got white people play you with these words. It's semantic. That's all they do is play with you the whole time they got you. Come on, son, finish what we have. For the weapons of our warfare are not
carnal,
but mighty
through Elohim
to the pulling down
of strongholds.
And doing what?
Casting down imagination.
See that? Now, guess what I just did? This is his imagination. This is his imagination. This is all made up. Native. Aboriginal. This is all made up. He made this stuff up and gave it to you, and your dumb ass just keep reciting it. Tell him how you're an Indian and you're indigenous to something. He made it up. Let me see. Y'all work with me on this. Arbitrariness. Look it up, I should have spelled it right. Y'all know what it means? Other people's opinion. Other people's opinion. Not based on no facts. So everything I gave you, these people make up words and you can look their words up and see, they clearly tell you, I made this shit up based on my feeling. You green. Where's my facts? I don't have none. Just gave my opinion. Based on no facts of a system. This is how they create maps. They created maps like this. These critics have done nothing but like, you're going to give me a map by MacArthur. Stuart MacArthur, who made a damn map in 1979. And I'm going to tell you that's how it works. In 1979. A damn Australian who told you, we come from the I can't hear. We come from. You know how stupid you are. Cracker told you that north was up. North is not up. The reason they taught you north was up because they were trying to show you their discipline, their superiority over you. What they always tell you if you coming from Chicago, New York, you come here. Where you finna go? What? Down south. Who's typically down south? Who's in South Africa? Let's see here. Typically they saying us. You don't speak this English by the way. But this is how these people sit around and they domesticate you, make a fool out of you. White people taught you that north. They just turned the map upside down. North is not up. This is how they make a fool out of you. All the pink. Listen, everything you've been told, everything you've been doing, how you dress, how you act, how you perform, have been based off of white people's opinion. No facts. White people have no facts. They just leave you sitting here. And you know what we left to do? Try to meet a standard of somebody who ain't got nothing opinion, no facts. I teach y'all more y'all gonna learn in university. I want $80,000 a year, $40,000 a year from every one of you. How are these schools charged? If I don't get my payment every month, I'm gonna take your shit. I'm gonna have you arrested like they do. I'm gonna take your income tax. You went to school 4 years, these people play with you, and they give you dictionary. You think when I said the library, they used to laugh at me. You call it the library. It's the library. It's the library. It's all lies. Ain't nothing but lies. And you arguing me on enunciating? Oh, I'm sorry, you can't pronounce it. You got to enunciate. You can procrastinate. You can use pronouns. You can even protest, but you can't pronounce. Your ignorant ass. Tell you anything. Make a damn fool out of you. You be sitting around arguing with me. You can pro wherever they want to put it at.
That's right.
Cracker tell you he a professional.
That's right.
Isn't that right? Hell, they play you the whole time they got you. You're not going to win because he don't play fair. He uses stuff he know you're not going to research. He know you're not going to look it up. He's going to talk. He's going to shoot over your head and going to leave your ass empty. He using conversation, start throwing this stuff. Yes, got him. Every time they've been playing. I'm trying to come back and restore some dignity back to our people, waking our people to see the damage that's been done to us. You call it light and small, but a lot of us have lived by this. I was a little kid. I heard people say, well, any hell, I'm Indian. Because I ain't want to be left out. He's like, Aberdeen, the original people. And the man clearly tell you, it's not. It's a way. It's a way. It's not original. And these people are arguing right now in Australia. Do y'all not know they're in court now? They're ruling on how to do with the Aborigines. Right now, they're sitting there. They've been in court battle for years. You know what don't make sense? A judge trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to do with some not original people. They keep wanting to know what they're going to do. Because they're saying, listen, we've been here. We were born here. We always been for y'all come. We are aboriginals. The judge sitting here saying, I'm confused like hell. He don't know how to rule. Because you just told him that you've been there. And you always been there before the whites ever came. And then you just told them you're aborigines. So you're like, damn. So you're not original. Why are we wasting up court time? Now, when the courts come back and rule against them, everybody going to be in a uproar. Oh, shit ain't right. Hell no. These crackers. I don't know why. You told me you were away. You told me you were not the people. I'm kind of confused. You're more or less a moron. You see how these people get us? The whole time you be reciting stuff back to white people. You know, my grandmama was an Aboriginal. They be saying, that's nice to hear. So she wasn't original either. See, white people need you to look and say stuff to make them feel better about themselves. They know they can't find answers. Go ahead, white people. Say, find when you started. That's why they had to go back to a fish washing up on the sea. That's why they got to, it's too complex. See, all the regions and places they done gave you hadn't existed. They're just giving you stuff. Don't ever call Magog and God. They would never call no Russia. They would never call no aid. They can't make it gave you the stuff when they started writing. You got to look at the people that gave you stuff and they started writing. These same liars have been changing stuff the whole time. That's the only way to try to show themselves definitively that they haven't existed and that they've been here. They know they originated from something. They don't want to tell the truth. They came from us. The only reason you knew our order because it was Kashaf first. You can't tell me you know no damn cracker before you known us. It always had to be dark before it was light. That's wild. They don't teach you the thing. All these religions, all these groups, not every exact one, but I'm talking about the ones that are doing the detriment to us. That's got us smoking weed and fornicating, committing adultery with one another. That's got us lying and stealing and hypocrite. First, they're bringing our people back to truth. Get us conscious. Look at these people are playing you. What I'm telling you, it's got to awaken your senses. You got to come conscious to make sure you're lining your life up along with the book. He's been playing a holy Bible, a Hindu, Greek mythology goddess of writing. That's what a holy Bible is. Get it off your book. If you got it on your Bible, right, take it off. Take it off. Scratch it off. Everywhere look, if you got it on your book, Bible, scratch it off. That's Greek discipline. Bibulus is where the word Bible comes from. This is a Greek goddess of writing. First of all, there are no gods. Gods don't exist. Your book even tells that all the gods of the nation are what? But the Yahuwah Elohim, he made the Shama'ims. There are no gods. There are no damn God. They told you Superman was a god. Wonder Woman is a god. How many gods do these crackers have? Crackers playing with you. They got your mind. You sitting around, they say, let's notice that book. What's that book you got? Oh, my Holy Bible. Good book. Because I see you're not conscious. We're going to take his book and we're going to correct his writings. We're going to correct his sayings because this is how he gets us off. All right. 1 Corinthians chapter 6. I'm sorry. 1 Corinthians chapter 5. Let's see. Because it might not be that important. I might be wrong. 1 Corinthians. Chapter 5. Jump down about verse 4. Listen.
In the name of
other one, you get me Kazum, chapter 22 and 18. Listen.
In the name of our Adonai Yahushua HaMashiach, when ye are gathered together, and in my ruach, with the power of our Adonai Yahushua HaMashiach, to deliver such an one unto Satan.
For what?
For the destruction of the flesh.
For what reason?
That the ruach may be saved in the yum of the Adonai Yahushua.
Listen.
Your glorying is not good.
Tell them what happens, son.
Know ye not that a little leaven...
You said know what now?
Know ye not.
You know what these... See, we go back to English semantics, how they play with it. No, ye not. So you don't know? So none of y'all in here know. What they don't know?
That a little leaven...
How much leaven?
A little leaven...
Change out how many words?
A little leaven...
Long as it's not more than 5.
A little leaven...
Leaven what?
Leaveneth the whole lump.
Because you just finna read in your law right here. Only reason that gonna make sense because I got no law. Now, reading law, when you were told about your Shabbat, after he taught you about the weekly, the first one he took you to, amazing, was about masut bread. Guess what he told you weren't supposed to do? You weren't supposed to have no leaven. You weren't supposed to have no leaven. Everybody found with it was gonna be cut off. Leaven is equated to sin. You're supposed to search your house, your bed. This is a house. Search it. No leaven. None was supposed to be found in. None. Guess what he just told you right here? He said, you don't know this. How much leaven?
A little leaven.
How much is a little? Somebody show me a little. Ain't good to play with it, huh? Show me less than a little. Somebody show me less than a little. The smaller it get, you don't believe what? You still defining little. Know ye not that a little what?
A little leaven.
Leaven than what?
The whole lump.
Ain't got to put nothing but a little yeast in that bread. It'll start rising. All you got to do is put a couple of little words in there making wrong. You mess up the whole thing. That's why we got to start where we at. That's why it was so good that we went and we learned their English semantics first, learn their words, and learn their teachers so we can come back and correct them. See, to come and reach people, you got to reach them from where they at. I try to come and reach a person with just straight Arborean, and I don't speak the language. I'm not acquainted with what they've been doing. I ain't going to receive nobody. Nobody's going to receive me. They're not going to take it. They say, oh, see, your religion is totally different. Exactly. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why yours need to be different. Show you how they played with you. They've been playing with you the whole time they got you here. There's a major difference when you start looking at translation and transliteration. These people have been playing with you the whole time they got here. This book is neither. Because in order for it to be transliterated, you would have to actually take letters to try to get us to sound out what the original is. So it's not transliterated. In order for it to be translated, it's got to be changed over from the original writing. So in these conversations you have, you're telling crackers that you are a damn idiot. How the hell is it going to be a transliteration when it's not telling you to speak the same language? How is it going to be a translation if it's not been transformed over from the original writings into another language? It was not. It was translated from another damn English version that was translated from another damn English version. Don't go tell nobody it's translated from no Latin, no Greek. You're a liar. I be wasting my time. People don't even know the difference. Because they get you to say stuff in conversation until you go back and look up what people tell you and you can see how you're being played. My whole life they told us, well, this is a translation of the Bible. You say, oh, okay. And you walk around the original writing. So I went around reciting what I heard. It's a translation of the original writing. How many of y'all said that? I did. And you learn it's not possible. So you saying they spoke English? Had to. Because a translation is going to be transferring over from an original writing. This was translated from Martin Luther from Tisdale's version. Tisdale spoke English. So how could it be a translation? It couldn't even be a transliteration. Because it's not taking letters to get you to sound out the original language. That's what transliteration is. When you're literate, you can read, you can speak. Shit. Hell yeah, I'm upset. My people dying. My people dying. They got saying ignorant shit every week. Every week, ignorant shit. Dumbing us down. That cracker see with this book, everybody keep asking me, well, what book you recommend? None. Right now, don't touch nothing. Just stay what you got. Let me fix up what we got. We got enough problem. Now I got to go fix somebody else's shit. I'm already working on nails. Too much work. But Yahuwah is gracious that he come back and making us conscious to realize you've been played. That's the problem with these white people. They not satisfied unless they show you I'm playing with you. Right. Yep. They leave crumbs just like Hansel and Gretel did, and you can trace their ass right back to where they go. That's what we here to do. So when you talk to people, don't tell people you have a translation. Don't tell me you have a transliteration because you make a fool out yourself. Y'all got me? Did y'all understand the difference? Who didn't understand the difference? Raise your hand. You didn't understand their translation. Translation would be taking our book from the Abari, which would be our original language, taking it and you're transforming it, putting it in English. Now you did a translation. You got me? Just like him speaking Japanese and him speaking English, he say something. I'm going to take Japanese that he spoke. I'm going to translate it to him in English. That's translation. Transliteration, I'm going to take it in his language and I'm going to sound it out in another language, in letters, use it to get you to say it in the original language. Got me? It's kind of like what we do here. A card. Now, this would be transliteration. Because I'm using these letters to get you to say it in its original language. Got the difference? Don't be afraid. Listen, this is what we don't want to do. We don't want to go back home and be stupid again. Because now when you know you have command of subject. See, when you don't know and you just saying something, white folk gonna trip you up. Got me? This is transliteration. None of these letters exist in our writing. Even though we're transliterating. We're using letters to get you to say, cod. You got me? Transliteration. Got the difference? Translating, putting it in English, bringing it over from its original language, putting it in another language. That never happened with King James Version. Y'all got to understand that? Not if he translated from Tyndale. Not if Tyndale translated from Martin Luther. Would it make sense to say you have a transliteration, a translation if you have a... Now that's what they'll tell you. This is the King James translation. That in itself is a moron. That's an oxymoron. That doesn't make sense. Tell Kerry you want $5 in English. Say it loud enough they can hear you. He said he want $5. I'm translating. He said no. You see how much sense that make? That's be the same thing I'll be saying if I say I got a translation of the King James Version. That'll make sense. Because in order for it to be a translation, then you got the transfer is switching over anyway. So I will be taking it from one place to put it in another. Y'all got me? So I'm taking it from one language that is originally in and putting it in another language. That's translation. Got it? Okay. I don't want us to be dumb. Now don't get me wrong. Had you not known it, it still didn't make you dumb than eat crackers. Please don't. The only reason you need to know it because you didn't know just how you being kept back. How you being made a fool of. Because in conversation, you say a lot of stuff, you don't actually know what it means. You don't actually know what it means. It's just what they've been telling you. Huh? Now, things that you want to look at. Intracynic. How many of y'all heard the word before? Intracynic. Let me see your hand. This is natural. Or essential. This is what you are. You're intracynic. White people won't tell you that. See, they won't be able to use this with themselves. You know why? They're not natural. They're hybrids. On top of that, they won't be able to use it because they're not essential. You are. That's why you're him. These are the things they don't teach you, they don't tell you about yourself. Why would you tell? I'm telling you Afrocentric. Why teach you about intracentric? Don't make sense. Don't make sense. You start learning that you're natural, that you're essential. There's a need and purpose of why you're here. I'm too busy trying to teach you you're Aborigines and you're Indian. You're indigenous. And you bring your Cornell West and all these other professors, get here with their nappy hair and give them their face, crack a face and think they're in prison, which is beautiful when he put that nappy hair and put an English or European suit on. Cracker very impressed. Cracker said, woo, you're too small for me. When they got a tailor-made suit, skinny suit. Man, don't put on that tight stuff so he can mess up your damn reproduction organs. That's when he give it to you. What you think have you take a man bald, you keep squeezing him up like this? You know, man, here reproduction. They know what they're doing. Y'all joking here be wearing them skinny ass clothes. I don't know what y'all be getting. That's European stuff. We don't wear no stuff like that. You folk been playing the whole time. Y'all need to use your heads. The one in your pants are dead. Get y'all some pan debris. That's not natural for no man to have no stuff gripped all up on his balls and all around his ass like that. Y'all study be wearing, bitch, I'm preaching. You got to get with it. On that gay shit. I'm going old spandex shit. They gave that shit with ballerina. They wear old shit all skipped up in his ass. Man, jumping around like because their pants too tight. Grown man wear no leggings. Shit for kids. Tricks are for kids. Why people try to do that? I like them to fit. You still fit and put some room in them pants. Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
These people know what they do. They killing you everywhere they get you. Come on, I got to finish up. Come on. Let's get behind this. Cause on 22:18. Let me jump on back and finish up 2 Corinthians 10:4. Then I got to get back and finish up Ephesians 4:22, 4:20. I still got to go. I clean it up. Some kind of way I clean it up. You good? You had your good little nap and got back with her. She was knocked out in it. At least you didn't call hogs, though. Might have been around a whole bunch of suey. We good. Listen.
For I testify unto every ish that heareth the dabarim of the Naba of this book.
If what?
If any ish shall add unto these things,
What happened?
Elohim shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book.
Listen.
And if any ish shall take away from the dabarim of the book of this Naba, Elohim shall take away his part out of the book of life.
And what else?
Out of the Kudash city.
And what else?
From the things which are written in this book.
That's what you need to know. You think white people care about that? When you think white people put it in there? Once they took it and created. Don't say translate. They created this book. So when white people created the book, it only made sense to stick that in. That's what kept a lot of black people in line. When a white man came back, he started reciting certain shit of passages out of there, and you say, you know the book saying that, you add or change something. He did it. He put statements in there that he never even made. He put a statement in that book he never even made. Had people actually been taught and actually had been studious in what they were doing, they'd have caught it. Matthew 28:18. Oh, give me 2 Corinthians 13 and about, one to be fine. 2 Corinthians 13 and 1. Listen. He got me Machayahu 28:18. Listen.
And Yahushua came and spake unto them, saying, All power is given unto me
Well?
in Shamayim and in Arat.
Listen. Read it like they told you.
Go ye therefore and teach all nations.
Go you what now?
Therefore,
Teaching who?
teach all nations.
Tell me what they said.
Baptizing them in the name of the Father,
And?
of the Son,
And?
of the Holy Ghost.
Beautiful. Who know where we can find that again? Second Corinthians 13 and 1. Why you give me Acts of the Apostle 2:38? Matter of fact, we'll get 2:14 then, get 2:36. Listen.
This is the Shalishi time I am coming to you. At the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every debar be established.
Pay attention. This is what now?
This is the Shalishi time.
Third time. I did what?
I am coming to you.
He said, this is the third time I done came to you. What reason? Why is he telling me this is the third time he done came to me again?
At the mouth
Who?
2 or 3 witnesses
What you want me to do?
shall every debar be established.
You know, how many of y'all were baptized Father, Son, Holy Ghost before? Where your second witness? Why did he let them know this is the third time I done come? Because your law done told you at the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. This is the third time I done come. Now he reciting what the law told you. At the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word supposed to be established. So who established you to get baptized Father, Son, Holy Ghost? Shouldn't have never been done. See, if we'd have stayed with our law, had we stayed with our Elohim, we would have never gotten the problem we was in. You got me? We would have never been in the problem, the condition we was in. But we took it because the preacher told us. The preacher was taught by the oppressor who added this verbiage. This verbiage is not original writing. It's not original. He never said that. He told them to go and teach all nations whatsoever I commanded you. The cracker needed to solidify the Catholic Church. In the name of the Father, name of the Son, name of the Holy Ghost. He just gave you 3 gods. He gave you 3 gods. He gave you 3 gods. A Holy Ghost God. Ain't no ghost clean. All ghosts are wicked. Those are wicked spirits. The people have been playing the whole time they got you here. Hell, you are shitting yourself, a ghost just appeared up to you. Come on, y'all stop it. Y'all all right? These people have told you stuff and made a fool out of us the whole time we've been here. They added that verbiage. Let's see what he did tell them. Acts chapter 2 at verse 14. Give me 2:14, we get 2:36. If he hot, we'll turn it. They'll turn that fan on, they'll turn that way a little bit. No, they shifted that way a little bit from it, turn it on. It can blow towards y'all. Yeah, they'll blow toward that way a little bit. Listen, this is Acts 2. I know it's a little warm in here, but you know what I want to do? I don't make sure we understand what we believe. See what happened? Next time somebody stop you to pull you over to try to tell you something, you already supposed to say, just keep it to yourself. Stop it. I already been there. You just repeating what the slave master told me. So I want you to read and know for yourself. You know how much controversy there is in church today? You know what it said? I'm following Jesus. You follow Peter. This is stupidity. And they make a fool out of people. They sit back, white folks sit back and they laughing at you. Because I got two niggas arguing about something, neither one of them know what they talking about. Listen.
But Cuff, standing up with the 11,
lifted
up his voice.
Oh, y'all had to mess with that one. I'm talking about this one right here. Yeah, that's why I was going to get that one up. That's fine. No, go ahead. That's fine. I turned it over. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Let them have it. No. Go back there. You good. Go ahead. Turn this one on. Yeah. And don't use up, burn up, Billy. I ain't use you to help. Look at him. He used you now. No. Come on back, Lee. We got a problem. Which one we going to get? We got one or the other. We can't get them two. You should. All right, get them now. Get that one to them. Give it to them so I blow that way towards them. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Let him use you. Oh! See how Mike did it. Listen. Hope I don't want no chimpanzee later. Listen.
Lifted up his voice and said unto them.
This is Acts of the Apostle 2 and 14. Acts 2:14. Other one got me 8. Acts 8:14. Listen.
Ye Anus of Yehuda.
And what?
And all ye that dwell at Jerusalem.
Be this what?
Known unto you.
Be this what?
Known unto you.
Be this what now?
Known unto you.
And should I not listen?
Hearken to my Dabarim.
At 2:36. Listen.
Therefore let all the house of Yasharal know assuredly
that Elohim
hath made that same Yahusha
whom
ye have crucified,
both who?
Adoni and Mashiach.
That Adoni is the Abari word for master. They have a master. We don't have a man. We have an Adoni. Now when they heard this,
they were pricked in their heart
and said unto Cuff,
and to the rest of the apostles,
men,
and Aki,
listen,
what shall we do?
Then
Cuff said unto them,
do what?
Repent.
And be what?
Immerse every one of you.
How?
In the name of Yahusha HaMashiach.
The Father.
In the name of Yahusha HaMashiach.
Son.
In the name of Yahusha HaMashiach.
Holy Ghost.
For the remission of sins.
And what's going to happen?
And ye shall receive the gift of the Ruach HaKodesh.
That's why you ain't never got it. Because you baptized Father, Son, Holy Ghost. He never tell you to do that. Now how the men he sit here and told and commanded to go do something got it wrong? And I'm going to come along and get it right. I'm going to get it better than them and I wasn't even there. How am I going to get it better than them and they were there? Acts 8:14. Acts of the Apostle chapter 8 verse 14. I just want to show you your law. Other one, you give me the 19th chapter of the book of Acts of the Apostle. I just got to go ahead and show it. I'm going to show you law. What should have happened? Any one of these churches, sit right. All churches need to be burned to the ground. They ain't never hell holes. Hell hole for sinners. White man did you a favor when he burnt the church down. I see him, I like to tell the clan, I thank you, sir. He did a mind. We were crying like hell. We should have been thanking the white man for burning the black church down. Best damn thing he ever done for us. Brandon said, Mr. White Man, if you would, here's some more gas. Burn this shit to the ground. Churches ain't there but messed us up. Even the damn chicken. 999,654 more. I had 1 million of them. Listen. Who else can come on that? Church and chicken. Listen.
Now when the apostles,
which were what?
At Jerusalem,
did what?
Heard that Samaria had received the debar of Elohim.
Then he done heard that Samaria, this is Acts of the Apostle chapter 8 verse 14. When they heard that Samaria had received the dabarim of who?
Elohim.
Listen what they did.
They sent unto them
who?
Cuff and Yahukanah.
Listen what happened.
Who, when they were come down,
what did they do?
prayed for them,
That what happened?
they might receive the Ruach HaKodesh.
He prayed for them, they might receive the Ruach HaKodesh. Tell me what had already happened though.
For as yet he was fallen upon none of them.
Only
They were immersed
how?
in the name of the Adonai Yahusha.
Father, Son, Holy Ghost. You know how stupid you got to be. Do you know how, this two witnesses. Two, right here just shot. And you know how stupid you are that you'll keep running around with the wrong immersion. Do you know how stupid you got to be to keep going the wrong immersion? He told you the third time I come. Now for 2 or 3 witnesses, every word supposed to be established. This shouldn't even be an argument. Why would there be a conversation on how you should be immersed? This is your second witness. All right, let's get through it. Come on, 19. Acts of the Apostle 19 and 1. Acts of the Apostle chapter 19, verse 1. Ain't too many places you can go and write it down where you can check. I put stuff they can go check behind me. I don't go ahead and talk something. I'm getting some. Hell, I hope you hurry up and pass it and wipe your ass when you get through. If it got you shaking like that. Listen.
And it came to pass
That what happened?
that while Apollos was at Corinth,
Who came by?
Shaul, having passed through the upper coast,
He said, I'm in the house. Shaul in the house. Listen.
came to Ephesus,
And found what?
and finding certain Methetus,
What did he say?
he said unto them,
Have you did what?
Have you received the Ruach HaKodesh?
Since when?
Ye believe.
And what did they say?
And they said unto him,
We have did what?
We have not so much as heard whether there be any Ruach HaKodesh.
What
And
happened?
he said unto them,
They ain't gonna believe what he want to know at that point. What's the problem, Shaul?
Unto what then were ye immersed?
Son, you couldn't have been immersed right. There's no way they could have been immersed. He said, and you don't even know nothing about the right. Ain't no way in the world you were immersed right. Tell me what happened, son.
And they said, Unto Yahukanan's immersion.
And that's what these folks run around now. Oh, you know what I do to be safe? I don't even use a name. I just take them down in repentance. Let's see what Shaul said about it. What happened?
Then said Shaul, Yahukanan verily immersed with
Verily
immersion.
is their word. Like, verily, 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 verily. Like, I didn't know what the hell I was saying. I mean, roll, roll. What the hell is verily, 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 verily? How many of y'all knew what that meant when we were saying that? White folks taught us that nursery rhyme. Y'all used to saying that? Life is but a dream. It's a damn nightmare if you're in America. It's a dream for white people. This shit a horror to us. So now they teach you lies as a kid. So when shit ain't right, shit going wrong, it's just a dream. That's dangerous. It's dangerous what white people do to us as kids. Listen.
With the immersion of repentance, saying unto the people,
That they should believe on who?
On him which should come after him.
On the Father, Son, Holy Ghost.
That is, on Mashiach Yahusha.
And what happened?
When they heard this,
And when they heard this,
they were immersed in the name of the Adonai Yahusha.
no Father, Son, Holy Ghost again. 3 times. See, the reason why we just talked about this was just to show you how important it is when you believe something that you believe it according to your law. When Shaul came back, that's what he was trying to tell them why they should believe it, and nobody should deter them from him. Because he allowed them know, this is the 3rd time I've come. Now your law said, out of the mouth, at the mouth. What the hell that sound like? At the mouth. That's old badass English that had you messed up. Out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, he said should establish it. Shouldn't be no argument. 2 or 3 witnesses. So now you don't got 3 witnesses. Why would you be having to scare somebody about getting baptized, Father, Son, Holy Ghost? Because it's still right. That's what Jesus said. Jesus probably said a whole lot of shit. We don't believe in Jesus. The J-E actually G-E for ground. The sus. I think it's S-U-S. It's pig. Jesus. Ground, earth, pig. That's how you were baptized. That's who you pray to. A ground pig. A damn groundhog. Crackers made it up. Again, we're dealing with, it's not even translated. This is your stupidity when you say this. This is what Christian people are arguing about. Again, showing their stupidity. It's translated from what? That's not even Latin. In the Latin would have been iosis. So your stuff makes no sense. Which would translate from Greek. The man had an arboreal name. So it would make no damn sense. But when you don't know what word, I've been guilty. I didn't know. I'm not saying because I'm a brainiac or brilliant. I'm saying when we learn better, what we do? I don't have a conversation with people about Jesus. Damn Jesus. He kissed all my ass. If my ass ever sat down in my calf muscle, kiss that part too. He don't even exist. What are you scared of something don't exist? Yahusha is the name of the person of whom he sent. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
We got work. That's just, you know what? I'm with y'all. It would be nice if we come here in 30 minutes and leave. How much we done learned though? That we didn't know.
A lot.
You can get this in 30 minutes and go. Because it's got to be definitive. We're fighting hundreds of years of wrong teaching. Hundreds of years. You can't combat that in 30 minutes.
That's right.
This is stuff we based our lives on.
Yes, sir.
When I first looked at turn away from Jesus, I based my whole life on it. I just didn't jump up to somebody and say something, or I felt some inkling and walked away. My whole life was built on Jesus. I was on Christ the solid rock I stand. All of the ground was sinking sand.
That's right.
That was my Lord and my God. So when you look at turning people from something that's wrong, you got to show them what's true. So I got to come and show you, unlike other preachers, I wish he just stayed with the book. If I stay with the book, it's going to be hard. I got to take you out to bring you in. Because I got to let you see where they played with you on other ends. Now, the same people that played with you here are the same people that drew your maps. How the hell are Australian going to draw a map for me and tell me it's the land down under when it's up? They had maps before MacArthur even started. About 1194, you already had Muhammad had already created a map for the king of Sicily. These people we already had maps. You got more monks are responsible for drawing maps than crackers. The president ain't drew no maps. They played with you. They did it based on opinion. That's why I always taught you north. What's in the North Pole? What does Santa Claus have? He got gifts, toys, good. If you want to make money, where you go? Go up north. When all the damn industry is down here, your stupid ass. So you make a damn fool out of you. If he had any damn thing here to come get it from us. South is up, north is down. White people didn't get their superiority. That was the only reason to teach you that north was up. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all don't know why they did it. You know, there is no definitive proof of why white people did it. I got it. All I hate about rain. $28.1. This is how they'll teach you. Even the people that go back to research to find the information correct them, they get lost. Because they still stay on a carnal basis. All the information they get is just on a carnal basis. They don't actually see the formality of why it has to revert back over to our Ruach man. So only time when they research and they doing work, because they got a carnal agenda. So it stays purely carnal, physical, just like the people that took you and made a fool out of you. See, I got to look at the Ruach aspects. When I teach you, I'm teaching you concerning why you need to transfer. Y'all got me? Transfer. Y'all got me? Trying to get you back over the way you came from. He wants to keep you in a certain place. Listen.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahuwah thy Elohim.
Pay attention. If you hearken diligently, consistent. If you hearken to the voice of Elohim, not to the image, not to the fish, not to the moon, the stars, that you hearken diligently unto the voice. Because he knew they were going to play you with these pictures. That's why he didn't want you to get caught with these pictures. He knew they were going to play you with these pictures. He knew it. That's why you didn't see no image. I never showed you no likeness on. When you go to these camps and you see them lions and tigers all running across the wall, then he not there. Because they ain't obeyed. He said, you didn't see no image. When I told you about the lion of Yehuda, I was speaking figuratively. That was not literal. Your ass ain't got no business laying up no 23 hours a day sleep. I use this animal because he's known for his crown, for his strength, and for his beauty, for his majesty. I didn't use it. You should draw and put one on your wall, put on your damn Facebook. Now I wear a panther. I don't wear it so it can display, to try to show the symbolism of Yehuda. I wear it to symbolize this cracker not going to tame me. Go look at how many panther movies you're going to find versus how many lion movies. If Tarzan brought his ass over here, he'd have never went back. Jane would have got her damn check. He'd have came in my damn neighborhood. Isn't that right? They'd sent her a letter. He'd have had Paul Bearer. They've been toting his ass back over there. Tarzan didn't make it. Huh? Tarzan, very impressed. Jump out there and swim out there with crocodile. I swam at the Martin Luther King Summit. Bring your ass over there and let's see if you make it back. Huh? I started swimming at Grant Park. I swam at Thomasville. Tarzan ass never would have made it out of Thomasville pool. Once he'd have swung and landed his ass in there, that's where we'd have drowned him. That's how you do it. All that stuff real impressive he did. Real impressive. He wouldn't have came in, Kurt wouldn't have done that shit. Huh? He wouldn't come to Summer Hill and run nobody off. All that shit look good on TV. Y'all got me? But that's how white people always try to show their superiority, their dominance over you. And have you to look to them, and you don't see nothing in yourself. But if you just listen to the Dabarim and be diligent about listening and following. Tell them what happened, son.
To shamar and to do all his
the
commandments.
Shamar is the word for observe. Listen.
Which I command thee this yom, that Yahuwah thy Elohim will set thee on high.
Sit you where?
On high.
And what?
Above all nations of the Arats.
So when the cracker drew the map, he put north on top and showed you that's what white people were. When blacks were taught to escape from slavery, where were you told to go? What was up north? Good white people. Good white people that free, that helped, that had stuff for you. But see, they read your book. You didn't listen, did you? You didn't listen. See, if you just diligently had listened, your fathers and your fathers, had they listened, you already known that white people knew where you were. You won't talk. That's why when you look at his map of Kush that he calls Africa, I would not use Africa because they insult scientists. When you talk to black, they tell you from Africa, let them know you're still a slave nigga. It makes no sense to use a word that's going to give, that shows almost that you're a proponent for this man's dominance over you. Africa comes from the name from, what's the name, Scipio. Scipio, Africa. Cornelius Scipio African. That's why white people, they're Afrikaners. When they dominated the region, they gave it his name. That's why white people will never tell you they're African. They'll tell you they're South Afrikaners. White people won't tell you they're Afrikaners. Tell you, nigga, I dominate your ass. I took your land, I changed your name. Eponymous. That's why he changed it. It's eponymous. It's named after the person that it actually belongs to. If I write a book, I write a biography about Tony Smith, and I name the book Tony Smith, that would be eponymous. The land of Cush was named after the person who the land was given to. It's called eponymous. You got me? White people don't want you to learn stuff like this. White people want you to talk like a nigga, live like a nigga. I write stuff. You can check behind me and see if I'm lying. Tell these white people to put all their facts down. Tell these preachers to put it down so you can check behind them. So when I get some spare time, I'm going to just check this nigga out, see how much lying he doing. So they changed the name. Now you come to Africa, it's eponymous. Because Scripture named it after itself. He saw what you did, nigga. You got land, named land after you. How you think you go on these property and it's called such and such plantation? The person who plantation is his damn name. He got it from your ass. There was a land that was promised us that we were going to get. Who remember what the land was? What was the land? Say it louder. Canaan. Who dwelt there? The Canaanites. It was eponymous. Don't make a fool out of them. They make a fool out all the time. I love our people. Because you know what? We're the only people let somebody make this kind of an ass out of us. They'll sit around and teach us, and they're going to tell us what's right and what's wrong. When has he ever done what's right? When has he ever shown an inkling of a soul or a care for us? When has he ever put his ass on the line for us? There we go, though. We'll do it for him, though. Shh. We'll do it for them in a minute. When it comes down to us, the book he took, there's none that plead your cause. Nobody plead our cause. Go get our black doctors and scientists and see what they're trying to create for us. They're trying to create, and they work for them to help kill us. They'll put a black face on something and give it to you so you'll trust it. They know what they're doing. They get a black face to get up Dr. Van Carson, a neurological surgeon who know how to play with the mind. Know how transmitters work that run from the brain and sitting right in front of you and play with your ass, with your house. That's all I need is a... Man know how to play with my mind, gonna teach me about my house. Help me with fun. Somebody that plays with minds and neuro. Know how electrodes work to the brain, how the brain work and function and thing, operate on. And I'm gonna let this MF sit here and play with me with my house. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. What's the purpose of him getting and put him over the home? What he controls with HUD is predominantly dealing with the so-called Negro people. A neurosur, what the hell is he doing playing with your homes? Who's gonna know better about your mind? But you ain't been taught to think. You just happy as hell somebody black doing it. If I'm gonna get beat, I'd rather be one of my own. I'd rather none of these ML beat me out of shit. I don't want nobody to beat me out of shit. I don't care what color you are.
That's right.
If anything, I'm more angry with your ass.
There it is.
Because you know my struggle. Stop letting people insult you saying stupid shit. It's okay if somebody black get I'd rather been a brother or a sister. Hell no. Hell to the no. To the no. Let's finish this up. Then I try to clear my other stuff and got it away. I just killing time. Y'all know I'm doing all that because I done ran out. I ran out. What else could it be? Trying to duck and dodge. That's all I'm trying to do. Listen.
And all these baraka shall come on thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahuwah thy Elohim.
Listen.
Baraka shalt thou be in the city, and baraka shalt thou be in the field.
And guess what we were saying? We're blessed when we go. We can down every what? Just lie to yourself. Because blessed means to put blood on some pagan. That's what blessed means. It's a blood sacrifice to pagan idols. Blessed. That's why he used Barak. Baruch. Come from the root word Barak. B-A-R-A-K. Means to kneel. A gift. To present. That's what it means. Blessed don't mean that. Blessed means to blood pagan worship. And girl, we was stupid ass white folk. Bless, 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 Let me hear you say that we're blessed. White folks just sit back saying, boy, y'all niggers sure can sing. Sitting there telling you giving blood sacrifice to pagan. That's what bless means. Damn, you bless you. Next time I tell you bless, so go to hell. Tell them to go to hell. I don't believe in no blood sacrifice, no pagan word. See, our people don't know. White people gave you these little words you use. Quit sitting around like you're damn stupid. That's right. White people told you this shit. They told you shit was cursing. Cursing means to pronounce something. When I tell them to go to hell, that's cursing. I'm pronouncing something to happen to them. Let them be damned. That's cursing. Shit means diarrhea.
That's right.
You heard folks say, you got diarrhea at the mouth. They just said you were talking shit. All I say is which is easier. See, this is how they get you. The fear you are taught by the precepts of men. That's what Yahushua tried to tell. Mark 7. I got to cover this right quick. Come on. Mark chapter 7, verse 1 right quick. Let me just tell you what he told you. Y'all don't believe it? Yahushua said it, right? All right, let's see what he said. This is the book of Mark 7 and 1. Then I still go back and finish that 28th chapter. I still got to finish up some other stuff with I done. Some kind of way, maybe some kind of way I'll be able to tie it up and finish it out. Some kind of way, but y'all know I'm just talking to kill time. Listen.
Then came together unto him the Pharisees and certain of the scribes which came from Jerusalem.
And what are Pharisees? How many of y'all don't know what Pharisees are? Raise your hands up. Pharisees are separatists. They're separatists. They're people that don't believe in being with sinners or people that's wrong. That's what they do. They're separatists. They don't do it. They won't do it. Pay attention to what they said.
And when they saw some of his Mathetes eat bread.
Watch right now. When they saw some of his Mathetes eat with what is it?
With defiled.
And tell them what defiled is.
That is to say, with unwashen hands.
What people we know customarily that go to bed and don't wash their hands? Not just them, a lot of these foreign people do it. Guess why we look at them funny? Because we're separatists. You know, when we get mad, get what white people tell you, I don't want you in the neighborhood now. Separatists. Niggas don't know no better. They don't know. Crackers throw shit right back in your face that belong to you. You are Pharisees. We're separatists. Because when they heard them eat with defiled, they let you know with unwashed hand. Listen what they did.
They found fault.
They found fault. I said, cracker went here and how come he shake my hand? My dumb ass be sitting right there shaking. Cause I don't want to offend it. I mean, you better take that shit and that little shit you were holding and go wash your ass. Shaking my hand. What's wrong with you? They seen them sitting down eating. They hadn't washed their hand. They found fault with them. And what did they say?
For the Pharisees and all the Yahudim.
And who else?
And all the Yahudim.
Oh, not just the Pharisees, but all the Yahudim. Tell them what we do, son.
Except they wash their hands off.
Unless it's an emergency.
Except they wash their hands off.
If it's just a small book on your hand, it don't matter.
Except they wash their hands off.
Tell them what we do, son.
Eat not.
Tell them what else we do, son.
Holding the tradition of the elders.
Like the what?
And when they come from the market, except they wash,
they don't be walking around no bucket eating shit out the bucket they ain't even washed. Get no grape, hand nasty as hell holding the bucket. I'm gonna get a grape, do it like this. Get that stuff off of her. Hell no. Look at Matthew, busted. Busted! I used to do that as a teenager. A friend of mine taught me that. He said, man, you can eat when you're in the grocery store. I said, what? He said, what you do? He said, we go down to the fruit. He said, get a bucket, put stuff on it and put the bag on it and just eat while you just pushing your bucket. Then you go back and you put that shit like behind something. Hey, it was good back then. Back in the 80s, it was good. Man, you talking about a free lunch. You just get a bucket. Please don't go do this now. Boy, we used to get the bag of fruit like grape, put on your bucket, put some shit on the bucket, and just push through the store like you just shopping. You just keep pulling it, even you get through, you put that shit behind something, keep going, you just get you another bag. You have a whole meal by the time you leave out. Man, we did all kind of shit when I was young. I see some of y'all faces. Your ass better not be doing it now. Listen.
And when they come from the market, except they wash, they eat not.
What happened?
And many other things there be which they have received to hold, as the washing of cups and pots, brazen vessels, and of tables.
Listen.
Then the Pharisees and scribes asked him, Why walk not thy Mathetes according to the tradition of the elders?
See what they want to know? Why them guys sitting around there eating there and wash their hand and saying that Yahudim? See, now this is what you got to look at. Teach you two parts how this works. They could identify right off the rip whether or not you were one of them. Because being a Pharisee made them separate. So nobody would be with somebody that didn't wash their hands. So if you're claiming to be one of us, there's no way. Because this is something we always keep. You see, this is something that always come up. Our tradition is so, we hold to it so well to where if we come from the market, they say, man, you got to get in and wash my hands. They say, well, somebody got the bathroom tied up right now. You just said that. They say, man, go ahead and eat, you good. Now I'm God, wait. Be like, damn, if I'm hungry, I'll go ahead and eat. I know you're not one of us. So when I see you just flop down and start eating, this allowed them to identify. Got me? Now, the reason why I'm taking this is showing you something. It's twofold what I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show you how you can pick these people, see they ain't who they claim to be. Ain't no way they not who they claim to be. You're just learning these practices. They've always known that they stole it from you, and yet they haven't been keeping them. Right. Let's finish up.
But eat bread with unwashed hands.
Listen.
He answered and said unto them,
Listen.
Well, hath Yashayahu Nabba of you hypocrites.
Listen what he told them.
As it is written, this people honoreth me with their lips.
And do what?
But their heart is far from me.
Tell them what they do.
Howbeit in vain do they worship me.
Jesus. Baptize in the name of Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Bless you. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed week. Have a blessed year. In vain, they do what?
They do worship me.
Tell them why, Brandon.
Teaching for doctrine.
What do they teach? Doctrine is something taught. The what?
The commandments of men.
Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost talking. Bless you now. In Jesus' name. That's how they got you. All the doctrine they gave you were their traditions. See, when you use words like bless and hope, these are traditions that they took. And they gave them to us and passed them down. And then you walk around and you performing them. Now you don't come in the same suit of our forefathers and them that came along who looked at they had a tradition they kept. But they negated some stuff. So white people came along and they got you negated stuff. It wasn't hard to see that there was something about you. Even Shaul testified in the 10th chapter book of Romans. Brother, in my heart desire and prayer to Yasharal, for Yasharal, that they might be, what was it? For I bet on record they had a what? But not. Bless you now. May Jesus keep you and shine upon you. What happened? But you see a zeal. That's what white people took advantage of you on. You got a zeal, baby. You bless everybody, pray for everybody, love everybody. You got a zeal, but it's not according to knowledge. Because you're ignorant. That's how they played on you. When you're ignorant, people can play on you because you don't know. Years ago, when the white insurance man would come in the black Negro home, he was ignorant. He laid money on the table. White man said, let me get that for you, count that. Shit, get him a little extra. Hell, you can't count anyway. I saw your zeal. Your zeal is what allowed you to get in this situation you in. You know what the book told you about the zeal? He said, the zeal of your heart done eat me up. That's what got me to start. Got me just totally annihilated. Your zeal. Your ignorance, they done played on. These people done played on you. You so afraid. Even when you learn something, it's not wrong, they told you wrong, you scared to see it. Because you don't want to be, you don't want white people. I seen a commercial today coming before I came to service. It was so beautiful. White husband, white driving. Car got it from him. He said, Blake, the little white girl in the back said, Daddy, we're not supposed to use those words. Here, white, look at him saying. He said, I said, who the hell you? Don't get your ass and stand up back here. Tell no damn grown person what not to say. I'd have beat up ass at that red light. That car been running, been run. Child fire come in and kick your ass too. Got a damn kid telling somebody, I'm old school. No damn kid tell no grown person that. I was ever told my dad, hey, Grady, we not supposed to use that word. That been it. Who know this here? This me dead one of them conks in my head. They put them there. Tell no grown person, child, don't tell no grown person nothing. I'm on the old school side. Y'all got me. See, we done lost a lot of these principles. Because you know what I have? Be honest with you. I watched a lot of y'all run, chasing kids. Old school. I wasn't running no damn well. That was definitely a death center. Old school. Kid didn't talk about the grown people. You didn't do all that back and forth. They told you one time, that's what they meant. How many of y'all come from old people that like that? They repeat. Here's what I tell you. I don't like to repeat myself. He meant that just like he said it. Now y'all that keep it over talking, keep playing, chase. Got time for that. This white stuff, we don't got this stuff someone got and does with these people. Years ago, shit, you didn't play it. Damn black kid, you go to grocery, let me tell you something. They had all that shit lined up right there, the cat ready. Let me tell you. I look at him, I look at that shit, I'm like, man, I don't want none of that shit. You know, that shit be like, come on, you want some bubblish? You want a sneaker? I be saying, grab some shit and open it or play it. That never crossed my mind to read all that bad stuff. Bad. You didn't touch that stuff? He never went, not in my life, ran through no grocery store, called me. Listen, he got, your ass held that bucket. That's it. Only thing your ass getting is some cereal. That's the only damn thing. Ain't about buying no shit for you here. We're buying groceries. Pigtail, pigfoot. This is grocery. I'm not buying no damn candy, no half a bucket, no juice. Shit. I had no juice. Man, he bought some orange juice. Man, they were like, it's a miracle. We bought juice. That shit because people had colds. Cats were drinking juice. How many of y'all parents were like that? Man, be damn if he finna get a whole bucket load with cookies and honey bun, half the damn bucket of child. This stuff new. I was like, it's just new. I ain't get that. I apologize. I didn't get none of that. These kids like, I don't like him. Well, Jesus. Stop it. It's the truth now. We start doing stuff. We little white kids. They be in the store, they fall out. They get them. My dad just look at me like, do it. Just do it. I can look at his eye and be like, I'm not going to do that. You hold on, man. It'll never happen. Live on this ground, not unless you hit me. You got on that ground and start done. This stuff is all new. Stuff we done did because we done got in with them, they do stuff different. And you don't want to just beat them. You want to try to talk to them. Now you in here explaining it to kids. I'm always going to explain shit to you. You'll get it. I guarantee you understand. When we go down and the surgeon take my foot out your ass, you be like, for some reason I feel like I don't want to cut up no more. Be like, so you understood what I was saying. This new stuff now, this is all new. Run, chase, talk, counsel, time out. I ain't getting no time out. My ass got knocked out. When you came back through, that's when you knew, oh, okay. I've been missing for a while. Man, here, guys, what my ass, listen, be some of the best sleep you ever got. You sleep so hard that it get through being your ass. Woo! Wake up right back here and left the planet. Woo! I left him for a minute. But now, it too much be going on. We done lost it. Now, I'm not an advocate of breaking nothing on these kids, but we got to break a lot of these behaviors. Because, see, we at war with these people. We at war. They teach your kids homosexuality. They teach your kids to disrespect you. They teach your kids they got what damn right? You ain't got a job. How the hell you got a right and you ain't got a job? Your ass can't pay no bills. I got to cut this stuff off. We got to get back, just like he told them. Everything they've been teaching them been the commandments of men. They kids whooping their ass. I ain't going to have no men. I knew I wasn't going to raise no men in there, but I could have put 2 shotguns in both bright in them room. They ass wasn't coming in my room. Be damn, they going to shoot me in my wife. Hell, I'd have come back. Where y'all ass at? My ass a rolls up. Where you at, damn it? That white folks shit walking up to me shooting your parent with no shotgun. I was mad as hell. But that devil, the devil, I was going to kill the devil. I said, listen, he going to whoop your ass. I was like, man, you right. Let me go back and go to bed. I go back to bed. It's bad when the devil tell you don't do it. So if I was you, I wouldn't do that. That's Henry Greater. This stuff that these kids too bold and bad and crazy. Well, cut this stuff off. I just put that out there for some of y'all. I know you ain't gonna hear it. Real bad and crazy. Kids sitting out. No, you better not send me. Y'all better tighten y'all behind up in here. Come on, so let me get that and get y'all out of here. Y'all crazy. Come on.
For laying aside the commandment of Elohim.
See that? Laying aside the commandment of Elohim. So for what reason, son?
Ye hold the tradition of men.
Like the what?
As the washing of pots and cups.
And what else?
And many other such like things ye do.
Doing what?
And he said unto them, full well, you reject the commandment of Elohim.
Listen what happened now.
That you may keep your own tradition.
That's the problem right we got here now. Still, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to go keep Shabbat there, and I'm going to go to my church on Sunday. You're going to try to reject what he told. He ain't never make no other day beside that. I ain't saying you couldn't have no service or studies or nothing on a card, which they call Sunday. But if you're going to take it and call it day of worship, and that's the day of establish worship, you're going to be telling a lie. You're going to be sinning. That's sin. That's a transgression law. He never told you that. Shabbat is the day he set aside for rest. I do mine on Sunday because my job, girl, I be going on Saturday, and I had to get so much done, so I just keep mine because the day don't matter. And you go telling them lies. Let me keep your birthday another day. Man, around don't pay your damn rent because you don't know what day it is. And watch them folks find out what day it is when they throw your ass out of there. You know what day it is. Go call your damn job. You supposed to be that money and tell them you don't know what day and still don't your ass get fired. They always want to play that shit when they come down on what Yahuwah tell them. You know what the damn day is. Wake your ass up. Telling them lies. No good and well you know what the day is. Come on. Finish that up.
For Moshe said, honor thy father and thy mother.
That's for these kids saying, y'all get this and learn it. Honor your mother and your father. What happened, son?
And whoso curseth father or mother.
And whosoever curseth father, disrespect them.
Let him die.
Come again. Let him do what?
Let him die the death.
You said hold me in your bosom and love me, kiss him.
Let him die the death.
I know Solomon boy, I know that ain't. What y'all dare do if y'all curse him? He probably go buy y'all something on him. Probably tell y'all have fun. We probably take out a city flag. They know. Some of the other one, I asked a lot of the other kids, they be like, they ain't gonna do shit. Man, they kid will say that. They ain't gonna do shit. I had one here before, Kurt, his little boy, bad as hell. They remember. Damn, he was bad. That boy tell outside air. Bad as hell. I told the little boy was bad. I told him I'm gonna go in there and tell it dad. I said, I keep me in mind. I'm gonna tell him. Don't go tell him. He kept on. I said, I'll go. He told me, I get ready to go. He said, he ain't gonna do nothing. How many of y'all remember that? That little boy, he said, he ain't gonna do nothing. His daddy came out there. I said, we were walking, he had the boy hand, we walking. I said, yeah. I said, when he was inside and then to me, I said, his son just looked at me, holding the hand, looking at me like, oh, hell. I said, his son was out cutting up, I was coming to tell you. I said, he had said you weren't gonna do nothing. He said, little knucklehead. His son looked at me, you know what he said? He said, I told you. Flat to my face, told me. The kid told, he said, I told you. I took my foot and kicked in his ass. He done went over the roof. Man, mine grown, they know they ain't gonna pull no shit with me like that. A little kid gonna say some shit like that about me. And tell somebody ain't gonna do nothing. That's bad. When a little kid can read your number, ain't gonna do nothing. No matter what, that's how bad our people done got off. But you know they'll beat the hell out of them though? When they ain't got that cracker word. You misspelled that cracker word, nigga! Nigga! Cuss that mom and dad out. Quit playing now. Don't keep saying that no 100 times. Stop at 99. Well, you got them disciplined. See, that's that stuff. Y'all got to cut that stuff out. Stuff we did, we didn't play that stuff. Old folk didn't play that stuff. I appreciate my old daddy now did. A lot of stuff y'all folks do, I ain't used to it. I'm just not used to seeing some stuff I see y'all do. But y'all ain't going to worry about it. But that's what he told you. Now, Musha said, whosoever curseth father or mother, let him keep living well.
Let him die the death.
What you say, though?
But ye say.
Oh, that's the problem. What they say?
If a man shall say to his father or mother.
What they say?
It is korban.
What do that mean?
That is to say a gift.
He come and said, listen, shit, I bought you something for Mother's Day. I went on here and got you a damn stove for Father's Day or something. Some shit that got your ass cooking and sweating. Shit, they buy a damn vacuum cleaner. That's a gift. A broom. It's a damn washcloth. That's a gift. That's more work. Yeah, he told you. This is how these kids get you. They come back and buy you something later. draw you some shit on paper and tell you, they're for you. Oh, my little angel. Damn demon. Kid got a damn omen in them. Now they your angel, they done do some shit on some construction paper. They don't like that, though. I wish you just get back to the message. This is the message. Listen.
That is to say, a gift, by whatsoever thou mightest be profited.
See that long, well, you can get by. What happened?
He shall be free.
Uh-uh.
And ye suffer him.
I forgive you. I'm your mother. I never hold nothing against you. I'll hold your damn neck in my hands. Choke the shit out you. I'm your dad. You know I can't help. I choke the hell out you. That's what he's sitting here telling you. This is what y'all say. You know where you got this from? Y'all done got it from them. Y'all done got it from playing with these people. Every years ago, black folk didn't play with their kids. My dad didn't never play with me. We ain't play no ball in there. I moved to the backyard of the basketball. He got the basketball. Throw that shit over to go and play with shit like that kid stuff. That's how he shoot the ball. This shit, he ain't time to be playing. He had to wear on his church shoes. Man wore the same shoe, the word, clean the roof out and could wear them to church. That time to play with no kid. That time to be chasing your ass. He tell ain't your friend. Put your ass out. He wanted to keep that separation. He didn't want me to be too comfortable while I come down there. Punch me in the chest. Me and him be playing. He ain't play like that. That your dad play like that? I just run, you can just watch your punch your dad. I sucker punch, open chest. It been open season for your ass. And then right behind that, he just wanted to keep that barrier away, let him, you stay on that side, I stay on this side. You got to keep these kids like that, because they get too free with it. They watch too much TV, too many video games, and their friends play too much with their parents. I'm being honest, I watch y'all. I already know what y'all kids do shit they do with their friends. Their friends get to play too damn much. When have a white friend, white kid can do a whole lot of stuff we couldn't do. I had a white friend, ain't going to house, get all kinds of shit out of the house. We couldn't do that. I had a white girl brought her to their house and shit. Their parents used to lock the door. Here we picked the lock, steal shit out of her. Parents wouldn't beat their ass, be gone the weekend, leave them home. They ain't never thought about leaving me no damn well for no weekend. In his house? Why he was gone? Hell no. Folks just leave their kid, let them keep the house for a week. White folks just be gone. Never happened. Never happened. He gone, your ass out there too. If Bessie he wasn't gonna be there, your ass wasn't either. Now y'all done got in here now, you got too much liberty. I'm being honest with you. We losing these kids in here. And we losing because a lot of y'all don't want to keep no stand. Y'all kids want to be their friend, kids want to be liked. Make them love you later. I ain't like my daddy growing up, but I love him now. That being honest, a lot of stuff you appreciate later. We got to stay on top of the air, we losing them. These people are already educating wrong. They teach your kids to be gay. They already got damn gay bathroom and homosexual tables. The homosexual getting it right, and these kids thinking it's good. I'm going to lie and say I'm gay. You don't need to be lying like that. That lie mess around become a truth. Try to fit in so you can get something. Hell no, we teaching a standard. Your kid can't participate in everything. Your kid can't go everywhere. They damn sure can't spend night at everybody's house. That's right. I had some neighbors, I think I spent out a couple of times. He really didn't like that shit. Bring your ass home. Because you got a house over him. I was mad at him. Why don't anybody go? He was right. Bring your ass home. Yeah, he looked at, I was outside, I spent at that house, I was outside there with a dog, he looked out there, bring your ass home. I thought I could be outside there with a dog because I was at somebody's house. Hell no, he'll rule and change, bring your ass home. That's why your ass don't need to go there with a dog at night, 9 something. Happy as hell, I'm like, this is what be happening at 9 o'clock? Happy as hell out here, dog. I used to see it through windows. He made me, bring your ass on back home. I can't do nothing. I appreciate it now. Same kid house I was at, he dead now. Dead, died from AIDS. Whole lot of stuff I looked at. All them folks he to tell me, these people not your friend. A lot of stuff I tell my kids, I tell them the same thing. They learn it. Not your friend. I don't trust none of them. Watch their ass. Don't give it, hey, Miss Spooner. Watch your ass. I did the same shit. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Tell them the same thing. I told my, I said, give time. Watch these people. These same kids be somewhere dead later, on dope, out in the street, somewhere homeless. Now, anybody look good in high school, and they either get impressed when these kids have shit. I got their parents' shit. They ain't worrying about no high school kid, no BMW. That's their damn parent car. So they got their ass, get thing, and they get their effing up in college. You'll see their ass ain't got there. Or they're public. Yeah, just, you know what I'm saying? And they just chilling up here. You know, I'm finna get ready to go back to school. Nigga, 85 years old. What school you finna go to? Ass ain't going nowhere. And then, but there's some of the ass still around. I told you, yeah, I'm going next semester. That's where I done flunked out and my ass ain't going back. I'm going to use this to hold it lie over for a while to see if you ever catch on. Don't believe nothing these kids be saying. I'm trying to get y'all to put these homes back together. A lot of kids y'all watch. I tell the same thing you tell mine. Watch them. Later on, they're going to be on dope. The one you look up to, the one y'all think got it all, later on, they ain't going to have shit. Telling lies. Come on, finish this up now.
And
we don't get that 28. We don't get that 28. We don't go ahead and drop that. Let me get this finished up. The 28th chapter, 28 and 1 of the book of All Our Hate Dabarim. I told him to give me that Yeshayahu 9 and about 15 right quick.
We left off at verse 4. You want verse 1?
Where we left off at? 28 and what? 5?
Verse 4.
Verse 4? All right. Listen.
Baraka shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Baraka shall be thy basket and thy store. Baraka shalt thou be when thou comest in, and Baraka shalt thou be when thou goest out.
What happened?
Yahuwah shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy panim.
Let me ask y'all a question. What is Yahuwah going to do?
Yahuwah shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy panim.
Listen.
They shall come out against thee one way.
And do what?
Flee before thee 7 ways.
Listen.
Yahuwah shall command the baraka upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all that thou settest thine hand unto, and he shall baraka thee in the land which Yahuwah thy Elohim giveth thee.
Listen.
Yahuwah shall establish thee and Kudash people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of Yahuwah thy Elohim, and walk in his ways.
Listen.
And all the people of the Arats shall see that thou art called by the name of Yahuwah, and they shall be afraid of thee.
Guess what I just made you? Eponymous. He made you. He owned you. And he named you after him. You're eponymous. All the nations are going to see you called by his name. Listen.
And Yahuwah shall make thee plenteous in goods, and in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy ground, in the land which Yahuwah sware unto thy Abba to give thee.
What happened?
Yahuwah shall open unto thee his Taub treasure, the Shamayim, to give the rain unto thy land in his season, and to Baraka all the work of thine hand, and thou shalt lend unto many nations.
And do what?
Thou shalt not borrow.
Listen.
And Yahuwah shall make thee the Rosh and not the tail.
He gonna make you the head and not the tail. What happened?
And thou shalt be above only.
You should do what?
Be above only.
And not what?
And thou shalt not be beneath.
So how you down south? If you'd have paid attention while I had to read something again, he said your enemy was gonna do something. Who heard it? What was it? How you gonna rise up to something that's down? So you had to be over them. You had to be above them. See, these people have geologically made a fool out of you. They've taught you down south. The north is down. But they played with you the whole time they had you here. And that's all they keep doing. Your book is saying they're going to rise up against you. So they came down south. They rised up against you, which means they were down. They have been playing with you the whole time you've been here. I'm going to make you the head and not the tail. Trying to show you the whole time you were over them. So they took their map and showed you the bottom and said, that's upper. The top part is lower. See, I had to do that because I knew eventually you were going to catch me. Eventually you were going to catch me. Look at this map. Upper is lower. The top part is lower. It's higher. I mean, the bottom part is higher. The upper part is lower. The only way that makes sense, because you need to flip the map. You done heard before we say, you flip the script on them. That's what he did to you. You heard the terminology. Black people, they don't flip the script on you. That's what they did. They took the map and they flipped it on you. Because they've been trying to show They're trying to show their dominance over you in every way. By being over you, by telling you that the north was up top and telling you the south was down bottom, then predominantly putting you down south and him saying he's up north, making it look like his part is the part for freedom that you need to come to. Y'all got me? He been playing the whole time in hands of him. All right, listen. That's good. Give me 9 and 14 in the book of Yeshayahu, Isaiah. I did want to finish up one point and I'll let y'all go. Because I don't want people to think I forgot what I was doing. You see what I had to do? Every other preacher now, these folk probably go, preach 1 point. Shit still be wrong. How many points I got to give him to prove out? I got to run all through this book, all over the place. Then I still got to remember what I was talking about when I started. All they got to do is just read their notepad, stay with the notepad, then kick the choir. And you still just as dumb as you were before you got started. All right, come on. Then I'll go back and I'll finish it up. I'll move quick. Listen.
Yeshayahu.
Chapter 9, verse 15. Listen what he told them.
The ancient and honorable.
Pay attention. The ancient, something ancient is going to be older. The ancient and the honorable. What is he, son?
He is the head.
What about the folk that don't tell the truth?
And the Nabal that teacheth lies.
What is he?
He is the tail.
Who taught you about Jesus? Who taught you about being blessed? Who taught you about getting baptized, Father, Son, Holy Ghost? They the tail. You tried to tell you the whole time you've been the head, you always been the bottom. Y'all all right? Black people love to tell each other we got stuff ass backwards. Listen. But everybody in trouble. Listen to what he told you.
For the leaders of this people.
Caused them to what?
To err.
That's the problem right now. See, now we know what they did. They done took our preachers, our teachers, and they done got them and induced them, and now they'll come along, they'll teach you lies. Because the white man done looked at now. You've already done so. Oh, white man speak with funky tongue. White man devil. White man, not all white people. But they done put their premise. He know that's how you seeing, that's how you looking. Because you so-called coming black conscious now. So now what he going to do? Not me, I'm going to get me a Negro preacher. Get me one of the brothers. And the brothers sit around and teach the same shit. So he told you about the ancient and honorable, he is the head. See, when you start learning, you know what? We actually dominated before the white man came. Our language is older than the white man. So now you're going to start running to the black man because he look honorable. He's been here before. And he done told you, read why he told you about the ancient and honorable. He is the head and the prophet that teaches lie, he is the tail. Let him hear 13. I don't want these people to think I don't know what I'm doing. Listen, at verse 13.
For the people turneth not unto him that smited them.
See that? Think about the people now. When our people turn to the person that's afflicting us? Yahuwah. That's who afflicting us. He said you won't turn to him. Who these people telling us to turn to? We need to go see the white man, ask the white man to give us something. Ask the white man for leave, for leverage, and get a white man, get his permission to have. He said, but the people won't turn to who's smiting them. I'm the one whooping your ass. Why are you not turning to me? Listen.
Neither do they seek Yahuwah of hosts.
Wow. Listen.
Therefore Yahuwah will cut off
who?
From Yasharal.
He gonna cut off who?
From Yasharal.
The who?
Head and tail.
See, unlike a lot of these folks, I couldn't leave it like I was unskilled. So I taught you who was the head and who was the bottom, but I got you to see the people that they sit in front of you now, they gave you deceptive teachers. These deceptive teachers are playing on you with their color. That's why you can't run behind them because they show you no black skin. That's how a lot of people get messed up. We've been here. We the older people. We got the older language, and you don't know who the hell you are. These people he done told you beware them that come to you in what kind of clothing? You ain't gonna believe it. I'm the black sheep of my family. When you heard somebody say they were the white sheep? Because sheep are technically black. They're black. White folks, why would you use this comment, I'm the black sheep? When somebody come and say, I'm the white sheep of my family? When y'all heard somebody black say that? Because it doesn't make common sense. The black sheep, because you know what? You've been isolated. They moved you and bleached the sheep. They took the horns out. Sheep have horns. Explain to me how I was explaining to them, Abraham saw what? That's what white people talk. How did he see a ram in the thing? He saw a damn sheep in there. Right. White people told you ram because you know a ram got horns. A sheep has horns. Right. When a sheep grazes, his head is down. Right. So while he grazed his head down, he done got caught in the thickets. Right. But you so damn stupid, and all you've been told of what Cracker told you, you automatically say it meant ram. Sheep got horns.
That's right.
Folks tell you that lie, sheep can defend themselves.
Yes, sir.
Be wise as a serpent, harmless as a sheep. I'll thrust your ass through. A dove won't hurt you. I don't know where you got that shit from. He got horns. Why he won't hurt you?
That's right.
People are taught, they just teach you shit. They teach you passive, they give you passive animals. Sheep got horns, they can't defend themselves.
That's right.
Only makes sense when that's all you see. Every time a white man show you a picture, they show you a cracker with a little pitiful little sheep right there. That's why we're in the problem, the situation we're in today. It's time for us to become conscious, folks. Stop letting these people just tell you in and everything. Come on, son, let me finish this up for them. By the sheet, I'm done. Come on, by the sheet, 1, 22, 2 and 1. Let me move this quick. By the sheet, 2 and 1. I still had Ephesians 4 and 20. Don't even worry about Ephesians 4 and 20. I'll pick it back up. 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians 2 and 5. Come on, finish this up for y'all. We finished that by the sheet, chapter 2, verse, should have been about 3 or 4. By the sheet 3 and 4, 2 and 3. Ukanon, 14, 5, 17. I want all of that. 2 Corinthians. Come on, let's roll. Let me get this cleaned up. Come on, listen.
And Elohim Baraka the Shabi and made it Kudash, because that in it he had rested from all his work which Elohim created and made.
Listen.
These are the generations of the Shamayim and of the Arats when they were created in the Yum, that Elohim made the Arats and the Shamayim.
Come on.
And every plant of the field before it was in the Arats, and every herb of the field before it grew, before Elohim, for Elohim had not caused it to rain upon the Arats.
And what happened?
There was not a Ish to till the ground.
What he do?
But there went up a mist from the Arats and watered the whole panim of the ground.
Yeah.
And Elohim formed Ish of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
And what did he do?
Ish became a living soul.
Listen.
And Elohim planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the Ish whom he had formed, and out of the ground made Elohim to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight, and ta'ub for food, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden,
yeah,
and the tree of knowledge of ta'ub and rasha.
Yeah.
And a river went out of Eden.
At verse 16. 2 and 16. Listen.
And Elohim commanded the Ish, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat.
Listen.
But of the tree of the knowledge of ta'ub and rasha,
what happened?
Thou shalt not eat of it.
Listen.
For in the Yum that thou eatest thereof,
what happened?
Thou shalt surely die.
Listen.
And Yahuwah and Elohim said, it is not ta'ub that the Ish should be alone.
What will you do?
Make him and help meet for him.
Listen.
And out of the ground Elohim formed every beast of the field,
yes,
and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them.
And tell him what happened.
Whatsoever Adam called every living creature,
what happened?
That was the name thereof.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now, are y'all listening to what happened to him? Who know why we're going back over there? Say what? No, I'm we were talking about naming stuff. That's why we went back in. I remember what I was doing. So I don't want y'all to think I got up here, I'm not conscious of what I'm doing. I'm going back and I'm trying to show you something that happened. I start out first because I need you to see something first. I gave you a chronological time. I don't want to use chronological. Let's use, just showing you the Yamin. Because we deal with Chronicles, you're going to still deal with Greek time. Chronicles going to refer you over to the Greek god of time, so I don't want to use Chronicles, okay? So we look at the matter of the words. They're going to say days don't make sense. Y'all got me? It's going to make sense. It's going to be the matter of the words. So I took y'all back so y'all can see the matter of the words. Matter of the words gave you a time period, right? That time period started telling you what he created on what day or what Yom. You got me? If you paid attention, the man didn't get there until about the 6th day. Now, when you read 2 sounds like he made the man, and then he made the animals after, and then brought them to him. This is why the 2nd chapter is trying to tell you, the first part of it was trying to give you the genealogy of what was going on. You paid attention, he was giving you a time stamp on when everything was created. Now, what you just read just now just told you he made the man, then he had a garden, and he went and put the man there, then later on, he made some animals. That's not what he did. Not according to what we read in the 1st chapter, unless somebody done crossed something up. He already had made the animals. He made the man. Then he made him come see the man named him. I told you, it don't make sense how something gonna name me that wasn't him before I got here. Ain't that what I said? Probably because that's what I do. That's why we're him. 5:17, Yochanan. They call it St. John 5:17. You know what they be hoping though? Damn, maybe he won't remember what he talking about. You know what though? I love who I work with. I love my boss. Listen, boss appreciation day come up. I appreciate it. I appreciate when it don't come up. Because he good with what he do. 5:17, Yochanan. Listen.
But Yahusha answered them, my Abba worketh hitherto,
My Abba worketh hitherto.
and I work.
What happened?
Therefore the Yahudim sought the more to kill him.
Hold on, what you got right there? You give me that chapter 3, order y'all chapter 3. 3:35. We're going to finish up what you got. Let's see what he told you. Yochanan 5:17. Listen what he told you. Don't got me order y'all chapter 3 at verse 35. Listen.
But Yahusha answered them,
What did he say?
my Abba worketh hitherto.
He said, my daddy do this kind of work. What you say?
And I work.
He said, I do the same work my daddy do. You want to know a word we'll use for that? Homogeneous. We do it identical or exact work. That's what he just told you. Homogeneous. Me and my father homogeneous. Listen.
Therefore the Yahudim sought the more to
Let's
kill
see
him.
if they knew what the definition was. Listen why.
Because he not only had broken Shabbat,
But did what?
but said also that Elohim was his Abba,
What were they doing?
making himself equal with Elohim.
Homogeneous? Identical or exact? Beautiful. It's beautiful. Let's see what he told you in order, y'all. Chapter 3, verse 35. Listen.
Which was the band of Saruk, which was the band of Ragael, which was the band of Phelek,
We're talking about whose sons? Listen.
which was the band of Heber,
Yes.
which was the band of Selah,
Yes.
which was the band of Canaan,
Yes.
which was the band of Arphaxad,
Yes.
which was the band of Sem,
Yes.
which was the band of Nuach,
Yes.
which was the band of Lamech,
Yes.
which was the band of Methuselah,
Yes.
which was the band of Enoch,
Yes.
which was the band of Jared,
Yes.
which was the band of Melaleel,
Yes.
which was the band of Canaan, which was the band of Enos,
Yes.
which was the band of Seth, which was the band of Adam,
Which was the band of who you never said again? Who Seth was? Seth was whose son?
which was the band of Enos, which was the band of Seth,
And Seth was whose son?
which was the band of Adam,
Tell me who his daddy was.
which was the band of Elohim.
I'll clean it up for you. 14th chapter of the book of Yochanan, 14 and 11. Listen.
Believe me that I am in the Abba,
Believe me, what now?
that I am in the Abba,
And tell me where the Abba at.
and the Abba in me.
What happened?
Or else believe me for the very work's sake.
At the 8th chapter of the book of Yochanan. 8 and about verse 53. Matter of fact, making Yochanan chapter 8. Make it 8 and 31st. We'll play around just a little. Just a little. 8 and 31st. We get ready to close this thing up for you. I got to make sense out of it before I let it go, right? Listen. Yochanan 8 and 30. They're going to call it St. John 8 and 30. Listen.
As he spake these Dabarim,
Who did it?
many believed on him.
And what did he do?
Then said Yahusha to those Yahudim
Who did what?
believed on him,
If you do what?
continue in my debar,
Then
are ye my Mathetus indeed.
what you going to know?
The Amat,
And what's going to happen?
the Amat shall make you free.
At verse 40. Listen.
But now ye seek to kill me,
What happened?
a Ish that have told you the Amat,
Tell them what happened, son.
which I have heard of Elohim.
What happened?
This did not Abraham.
Listen.
Ye do the deeds of your Abba,
Pay attention now. What you do?
the deeds of your Abba.
What happened?
Then said they to him,
What happened?
we be not born of fornication.
What happened?
We have one Abba, even Elohim.
What happened?
Yahusha said unto them,
If what?
Elohim were your Abba,
What would you do?
you would love me.
Tell me why.
For I proceeded forth and came from Elohim.
Listen.
Neither came I of myself, but he sent me.
What happened?
Why do ye not understand my speech?
Tell them why, son.
Even because ye cannot hear my debar.
Listen.
Ye are of your Abba, the devil.
And
The lust of your Abba ye will do.
that's beautiful. Jump down to verse 54. Listen.
Yahusha answered, if I honor myself,
What happened?
my honor is nothing.
Listen.
It is my Abba that honoreth me, of whom ye say that he is your Elohim.
Talk to me, son.
Yet ye have not known him,
Why?
but I know him.
What happened?
And if I should say I know him not,
I'm going to be telling the truth.
I shall be a liar
Like who?
unto you.
I'll be just like you. Telling lies. What happened, son?
But I know him
Then what happened?
and keep his saying.
Listen.
Your Abba, Abraham, rejoiced to see my yom.
Pay attention. What happened?
And he saw it
And was what?
glad.
What did they say?
Then said the Yahudim unto him,
What did they say?
thou art not yet 50 years old.
And what happened?
Hast thou seen Abraham?
And what did he tell them?
Amat,
True.
I say unto you,
That what?
before Abraham was,
Before the animal had got down.
I am.
2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. If I just had a skill set to go with what I was doing, if I had some kind of way I could move through the book and do like prove out some other points and come back and finish up what I first did, man, I probably could go places. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a school where you can go and get that kind of stuff. Y'all think? 2 Corinthians chapter 5 at verse 17. We'll just hit it quick. Listen to the book.
Therefore, if any Ish be in Mashiach,
Matter of fact, jump it up and give me verse 15. Just because we're nice. Make it 2 Corinthians 5:15. Listen what he said.
and that he died for all, that they which live should not henceforth live unto themselves,
But who?
but unto him which died for them,
Talk to
and
me.
rose again.
Listen.
Wherefore, henceforth know we no man after the flesh.
Pay attention. See, this is where you're going to mess up at. They try to know Adon after the flesh. Listen what happened.
Yea, though we have known Mashiach
We
after
did
the
know him
flesh,
after the flesh. What happened at this point?
yet now henceforth know we him no more.
Listen what else he told you.
Therefore, if any Ish be in Mashiach,
Tell them what he is,
he
son.
is a new creature. Old things are passed away.
What happened?
Behold, all things are become new.
And where they come from?
And all things are of Elohim.
Pay attention now. But all things are of who?
Of Elohim.
All things are of who?
Of Elohim.
So was Adam and the animal. All things are who?
Of Elohim.
All things are of who?
Of Elohim.
Of Elohim. Who did what?
Who hath reconciled us to himself by Yahushua HaMashiach,
That ain't nothing. Listen what else he told you.
and hath given to us the ministry of reconciliation.
Talk to me, son.
To wit, that Elohim was in Mashiach.
Hold on for a minute. He was in who?
In Mashiach.
He was in Adon doing what?
Reconciling the Arats unto himself.
That's why the animal had to come sin. That's why he could name him. I was already him. See, you would try to look at his chronological age, genealogy. The same thing they did with Yahusha when he tried to tell him what Abraham did. Say, he saw my day and he was glad. I said, hold on for a minute. Boy, you ain't even 50 years old. So when you started counting, you would have went back and looked. He didn't make him to the 6th day. Them folks looking at it, nowhere in the world he old enough to be able to judge no animal. But see, before they was, I am. Because if you paid attention, I had to read in the first chapter, he started giving you, chronological, started giving you times and date. Then he said, I'm going to create him in my image, after my likeness. That'll make him old enough he can name him. Food for thought. All right, that's good.